Hi guys, it's Miss Sam back with our virtual book club. Again, we are reading One Half from the East. One Half from the East by Nadia Hashimi. So in chapter 1, are you keeping up with the chapters? I hope so. I hope you were able to go and find a copy of the book. Obeda is telling us about an accident that claimed her father's leg. And then as a result of that, they needed to move to another town. So we are now going to continue with chapter 2. I hear a knock on the outside door, the one that separates our courtyard from the street. I open the door for my father's brother and his wife. This is their third time coming by this week. Does it sound like she's happy about that? Remember how she was feeling in chapter 1? Was she excited about the proximity of her family, or was she kind of missing her old home and town? I don't mind my uncle. He's the oldest in the family and looks it. He's tall with a heavy belly and a round face. He smiles when he sees me or my sisters, but doesn't talk to us a whole lot. On the other hand, I don't really like being around his wife, Kala, Aziza. But she's my aunt, so I have to be nice. She's the kind of lady who starts everything with a sentence with, "Let me tell you what you should do." That's her thing. She loves to talk too. We moved to this village almost 3 weeks ago in the beginning of fall. My sisters and I were looking forward to going to school, even though it was nearly the end of the school year, which starts in the spring and lets out for 3 months in the winter. During the first week in our new home, Kayla came over every day until she was sure she had told my mother everything she needed to know about each and every person in our whole extended family. "Where's your father?" my uncle asked. "In the bedroom." I'll tell him. It's the same answer I've given all week long. My uncle walks into the house, says a quick hello to my mother and us, and makes a right. My aunt pulls me toward her and draws my face into her hands. "How are you, dear? Are you doing well?" "I'm fine, thanks." I'm thrown off by her asking me. I'm the youngest in the family and don't really have any gossip to share with her. Since she's holding my face, I try talking my way out of her hands. How are you?" "Surviving, I suppose. It works." She lets go of my face and shakes her head. I try to look around her to see if one of my sisters is nearby. I need a way out of this strange conversation, but there's no one else in the courtyard, just the two of us. "My mother is inside. Why don't you come in?" I say in the most polite voice. I will, but she doesn't move. She's got her hands on my shoulders now, so I'm trapped. "Obeda, you're such a bright girl," she says. "I think you could do so much more for your family." I have no idea what she means by this. Thanks. She leans in. I'm so close I could count her eyelashes if I wanted to. "You could help your father," she whispers. "You could make him really proud." I smile awkwardly and wiggle my shoulders to loosen her grip. "I can't wait for Mother to enroll us in school. I'd much rather not be home when my aunt comes by. Mother's promised we'll start soon. She hates for us to miss any school and fall behind in our studies. Okay, Auntie, but I have to go. Mina is waiting for me, I blurt out and run into the house. I race past my mother. Oh, Beta, where are you going? She calls after me as she pulls herself off the floor cushion. Kayla, Aziza is here, I say without stopping. I run into the bedroom. I share with my sisters, Neela, Mina, and Aliyah. Neela is 16 years old. Mina is 13 and Aliyah is 12. They're all older than me, and I've spent my life either chasing after them or running away from them. That's how it goes for the youngest in the house. Mina is on her hands and knees, patting the carpet. I flop onto my sleeping cushion and pick up my stuffed panda. What are you doing, Mina? I lost my earring, she mutters. Again? Mina's had the tiniest gold hoop since she was a baby. I put the panda down and crawl onto the carpet to help her. The earring has a way of blending into the pattern of the rug. Auntie Aziza is here. Yeah, I heard her voice. She's acting weird, I tell Mina quietly. Look over there. I've already checked this part. I scoot over a couple of feet. She's let me wear her earrings a few times, and I love the way the hoops dance on my earlobes. That's why I'm willing to help her look. Mina, did you hear what I said? She's saying strange things. Like what? Like I should make father proud. That's not that strange, Obeda. Mina jumps to her feet. I found it. I watch her slip the hoop back into her ear. Mina shoots me a sly look. Come, she says, let's go see what Kayla Aziza's talking about. Mina takes my hand and leads me into the short hallway. We tiptoe past the room my parents sleep in. My uncle is sitting with his back to the doorway, talking to my father in a low voice. They don't notice us creeping past them. We stop just outside the living room. Mina puts her finger up to her lips, reminding me to stay silent. My aunt is not afraid that someone may be listening. We hear every word. We all see it. He won't talk, not even to his brother. He won't get out of bed. He's barely eating. How is he supposed to get better if you don't do something? I think he just needs some time. He's had lots of time, my dear. If you care about his health, you'll do the right thing. I just can't do that to Obeda. It's not right. I don't want to change her. She's such a girl. She loves her dresses and her dancing and her sisters. I don't want to take all of that from her. My shoulders tense when I hear my name. Mina's looking at me with her eyebrows raised. She'll learn to love new things, and she can always go back to loving those things in a few years. It's the perfect solution. It's a simple change and doesn't cost you anything more than a couple of pair of pants. He loves his daughters. He always has. But I do remember when he used to talk about wanting a son. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know what a difference it would make for him? You've seen my husband talk about our 3 sons, haven't you? Oh, his face just glows when he starts to talk about them. A son can do for your husband what no doctor can. You really think so? And wouldn't it be hard on her? I mean, she's a girl. I can't just make her wake up as a boy. It's much easier than you think, and Obeda will love it. When I was a young girl, my neighbor was a bacha posh. She was my age. We used to play together until her mother changed her into a boy. Then she ran with the boys and was too busy to have anything to do with me. She was the happiest girl in the neighborhood, I promise. Do it now before the girls start school. It'll be easier on everyone. My eyes go wide. Is she suggesting what I think she's suggesting? And for how long do we keep her that way? My mother sounds unsure. It's very simple, dear. Make Obeda into a boy. With her as a son, she will bring good luck to your home. You'll see your husband cheer up. Then you plan for another baby in the family. Having a bacha at home brings boy energy into your household. The next baby that comes will be a boy. And once you have a real son, watch what happens. Your husband will come back to life. I've seen this work in families all around us. It's not magic. It's just how it is. And that's when Obeda can go back to being a girl. Everyone wins. I hear my mother sigh. How will I make her believe it? How will I make her sisters believe it? Make her not just a son, but the most precious son that ever lived. Take away her chores. Don't let her do anything that girls usually do. Tell her she's a boy with every bite of food you feed her, with every word you speak to her, with every pass you give her on her boyish troublemaking. My mother is silent. She must be thinking this over. And there's something else you'll need to think about, my aunt warns. You must know that the brothers cannot go on supporting an entire family forever. A boy can work and earn money. A boy is good luck. A boy brings other boys into the family. Girls can't do any of those things. You're not in Kabul anymore, my dear. This town is run by that awful warlord, Abdul Khalik. And if you don't throw yourself at his feet, it's hard to scrape by. Time to think seriously about what you can do for your family. You don't want to see your daughters go hungry, do you? Of course not, my mother whispers. It sounds like her voice is cracking. Mina takes my hand into hers and squeezes. There's a pause. I can hear my aunt pouring herself a cup of tea. Make Obeda your son and let him fix everything that's wrong with your family. Whew. I don't know. Do you think this could work? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see and find out in chapter 3.